This is my lifelong curiosity. My background is physics, so I often come to these themes from that standpoint. Do you think consciousness is quantum in the sense, can it be quantized? Like people are talking about quantizing gravity. Is there any connection that you see between consciousness and quantum mechanics?
Well, many people try to explain consciousness through quantum fields and quantum mechanics. Because what is consciousness? And it's a hard problem, as
Right.
looking into science. And where does consciousness come from? If everything is physical, well, they say, okay, not everything is localized. Then we have found fields, and the fields are delocalized, and they are,
Right.
superposition and entanglement and all of these. And
Right.
therefore, we say, okay, now maybe consciousness is that area. Well, I like to say it in a different way.
Hmm.
The quantum fields are consciousness, not consciousness is the quantum field. You
I
say,
see.
what's the difference? Well, the difference is who is primary? What is primary? If you want to say that there is something physical as a primary reality of existence, and that physical something now kind of becomes quantum mechanical, and there is consciousness, and therefore consciousness appears on the quantum mechanical level, this is wrong,
Right.
completely wrong. What there is, and I argue this very strongly in my book, One Unbounded Ocean of Consciousness, which gives also as a subtitle, Simple Answers to the Big Questions in Life. And I've argued this with many, many big scientists. I was with
Right.
Anil Seth, with Keith Frankish recently, and many other great thinkers. I don't need to mention who they are, and I will be discussing this with more. And the reality is that consciousness is primary. So there is a field of consciousness, one idealistic, monistic field of consciousness. That is the theory that I am presenting, that
I see.
comes also from the Vedic tradition, that consciousness
Exactly.
is primary, aham brahmasmi.
Right.
And that it is this consciousness that now appears in different modes and different ways. And I explain in my book how it does that.
Right.
So
Right.
instead of taking, okay, let's go from the gross physical and find that the physical is actually quantum mechanical, and the quantum mechanical is actually quantum fields, and
Right.
the quantum fields are most likely unified field, and then say, well, then this has consciousness or is consciousness in this way. I think we can explain the entire field of reality and physics and ethics and epistemology and the true ontology of things, the true nature of things, and explain it rationally, empirically, in a very solid way by starting with consciousness.